Hi, everyone, and welcome to the last day of Get Your Dreams Off the Ground webinar. Your paradigm controls your effectiveness. Your paradigm controls the amount of money you earn. If you want to change your life, you must change your paradigm. When your paradigm changes, your life changes. Your results have nothing to do with your conscious mind, your intellect. Nothing to do with it. You know the things you have to do, and that doesn't mean that you're going to do it. People say, I believe that, but their actions and their behavior are like they've never heard of it. We believe something on a conscious level, and on a subconscious level, the paradigm believes something else. Now, if you don't start altering that program, that fixed set of beliefs that is in your subconscious mind, and that literally controls your behavior, nothing changes. Why do you think most people go right through their lives getting the same results year after year? They just don't know that this is how it is. We're not taught this in school. We could be, but we're not. Through repetition of new information, you can replace the paradigm. How is the paradigm formed? It's formed through information and repetition. Take new information, create the information you want your new paradigm to be, you want your life to look like. And then through repetition of the new information, you can alter your paradigm. You can replace your old programming with the new. Let's say you're having difficulty with money. Today we're talking about money because a lot of our freedom is attached to money. This is how it is. Now, let's say you're having difficulty with money. More is going out than is coming in. And you've got to change your concept about money. And how do you do that? Through the repetition of an idea. And that's where affirmations come in. Bob gave us one that he used for many years. It goes like this. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Not just once you repeat this, not twice, maybe a couple of 100 times every day. And you do that for 90 days, and slowly your concept about money that is imprinted into your subconscious mind gets replaced, gets changed, and then see what happens. It's a challenge. See what happens. Do it. Now let's have a look at this from a different angle. Everything is vibration. And yesterday I told you about these particles, these waves of energy that sing and shine as they move. Now, if you can look at this picture, it just helps you to imagine these particles changing into frequencies. And they are constantly changing into frequencies. This is called the perpetual law of transmutation. Energy moves into matter constantly, and matter moves back into energy. And the first level of moving from energy to matter is when it moves into a frequency. And this is what we look like. We are masses of energy and individualized points of consciousness. And we are aware of it or not. We walk on this planet, but we are not this solid human body thing that we identify ourselves with. We're a lot more than that. Every frequency is connected to the one above and the one below, just like the rainbows of a color. And they're not in lines. We just draw them in lines to help you understand, but actually it's like multidimensional. Now, frequencies that move faster than the speed of light are not visible to your eyesight. And that's all it is. Your eyes can only capture a certain level of frequencies, those frequencies that are slightly slower than the frequency of light. Okay. Oops. Oops. So, um, 1 second, everyone. This video just took off. All right, I'm back. Okay. Things are bound to happen. So, here we are, we're back. And so I just want to repeat what I was trying to show you, and that is that we are an extension of that universal consciousness and a point of individualized consciousness walking on this planet. Now, our thoughts are on frequencies. Our thoughts create frequencies. We can create a frequency by just generating a thought. When you do that, you're actually taking those particles, that vibration, and you're giving it a form. The first form is the form of thought. And our minds can go and pick up ideas, frequencies that are all around us, or thought frequencies, because frequencies are moving all around us. You can't see them, but on your phone, how do you get in touch with somebody else? There are millions of frequencies, an endless number. So when you type in a number, you instantly connect to the frequency of the other person's number and you can talk. There's music all around you. You can't hear it, but if you were to tune in your radio dial, you'd be able to pick it up. Those are frequencies that we can't see. Our thoughts are frequencies. We can't see them, but they're there. And our minds can now go into the nothing and pick up an idea or create an idea or a thought out of that heaving ocean of frequencies where nothing is created or destroyed. Everything is. And humans discover their inventions as their awareness expands to meet the frequency that those inventions are on. So everything already exists. And we just have to expand our awareness and bring our minds to the frequency where the thing that we want is already existing. Your dream is there, and there is a place. You just need to expand out to the boundaries, over the boundaries set by your paradigms, until you resonate on the same frequency as the thing that you want. So we're going to have a little look at the chart here. I've spent some time drawing a frequency chart. So this is what I was saying before. There are lots and lots of ideas and thoughts floating around here, around us in the universe. And with your mind, you can bring one down, an idea that you like, that you want, with your thinking mind, and then you impress it onto your emotions and into your heart, and you feel emotionally involved with this dream. Now, the ancient Greeks used to call the heart, the subconscious mind, the heart, and they would say, think from the heart. Because the heart, this part of your subconscious mind, your heart, under your paradigm layer, is connected to universal intelligence. It's the same kind of stuff. You can plant something in here and it will grow. It will grow through expressing itself in the vibrations of your body and out into the actions and your behaviors. So this is how we live, top to down and inside out. This is the new way of living. This is the way of conscious living. It's not result oriented. It is from top to down. So it is idea oriented, thought oriented, want oriented, and it creates the results. And everything that you think, your ideas, your thoughts are frequencies, and they go out into the universe. And your emotions are a wider level of frequency, and that goes out into the universe, and it calls back. It gets any energy in motion, asks for, attracts to itself the same kind of energy back. So when you are in alignment like that, then the universe just, you've experienced this in your life. You meet the person, you find the book, you just find the thing, the amazing miracles that happen to make your dream a reality. So this is how you live from upside down and from inside out. Okay. And this is one of my favorite charts. It's called the frequency chart. And here, this is a different way of looking at this. Your results, the conditions, and your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions are all on the same kind of frequency. Let's call this frequency X. This you can go on doing for the rest of your life, because your actions will create the same results. Your thoughts are on the same frequency as your results, your emotions on the same frequency as your thoughts, and your actions are controlled by your emotions and your paradigms. And you stay on that bandwidth. Now, if you set yourself a goal, if you say, yes, I want to change my life and I know what I want, that is what I want. And it's something completely wild, like completely out of, you don't have no idea how you're going to get there. We call that your dreams and your goals, and that is on a different frequency. You know, when the Wright brothers, the bicycle mechanics, when they decided that they wanted to get an airplane into the sky, people around them said they're mad. You know, that was crazy. Nobody had done this. Everyone was here. Before Emerson made electricity, channeled the electricity that already existed, and made bulbs and stuff, people were living with candlelight. If you had gone into a house of a couple who were lit their house with candles, and you told them, I have something here that has the power of 100 candles, they would think you're crazy. But then eventually that did happen. So we have to keep moving beyond our paradigm, beyond where we are, set goals, and then grow. And now the amazing thing is there's a shortcut. The shortcut is called your imagination. And your imagination is one of the higher faculties of your mind. And you can, with your mind, with your thoughts, imagine that you're already here. You can just go here right now. You can bring your goals into your mind as a picture, see yourself in your goal, imagine it there. And what happens when you do that again and again? You start getting emotionally involved. So slowly the emotions follow suit. And as the emotions are following your imagination, the vibration in your body changes. Every time you imagine already being at your goal, you feel better. You feel wonderful, in fact. That feeling changes the vibration in your body, and it changes the way you perceive things. You suddenly see an opportunity where you hadn't seen one before. We can use our imagination to just cut across the frequencies and be in our goals and with our dreams. Now, I think I've pretty much covered what I wanted to say. I just want to tell you again that what you learn in Thinking into Results in that program is how to effectively live from the inside out and the upside down. You have the ability to form thoughts, ideas of what you want, and then impress them through repetition onto the subconscious mind. Again and again through repetition till you get emotionally aligned with your dream and you decide to act. And that is the key. I know from my own life That when you decide to act, when you say, I'm just going to do this, I'm going to take the first step. I can only see the first step. I can't see what comes after that, but I'm going to take that. And you take that step. So I've got a short video to show you, and
their place. Don't let it fade. When your mind goes there, make up your mind it's going to stay there because it is a place. I don't care what the thought is. Doesn't matter what the image is. If your mind can go there, you can physically go there. Let's understand, frequency is a level of vibration. Everything vibrates. It's moving. Now, it appears to be still. It isn't still. It's moving so fast it appears to be still. Every frequency is hooked up to the one above and the one below. There's no line of demarcation. Now, do you want to know what that means? You can go like that onto a higher frequency. But you can also go like that onto a lower frequency. Yet some people do that. But we think on frequencies. So we have to get that right in our mind. There's an energy flowing through our consciousness. We have what's called an inductive reasoning factor. That gives us the ability to just, you could pick up thoughts. There's actually thoughts floating around. Your thoughts, my thoughts, they're everywhere. Like if I have a thought, it's omnipresent. It's just as present in your mind as it is in mine. You may not be aware of it there, but so your inductive reasoning factor can choose a thought, or it can take this unadulterated creative power, pure spirit, and it can create a thought. You literally create a thought. And you put that thought with another thought and another, and you got an idea. An idea is nothing but a thought or a collection of thoughts directed towards a purpose. So what we're doing is we're taking this power that's flowing through us, and we're using this higher faculty that we've got in creating thoughts. Now, that's the one point that all the great leaders have agreed on. They've disagreed on virtually everything else. We become what we think about. Yep, listen to the conversation of most people. A high percentage of the population are talking about what they don't want, what they hope doesn't happen. They never realize, and it's going to be obvious they don't realize this, that they are directing this magnificent power that's totally subjective. It has no ability to alter anything. You've got the choice. But I'm going to tell you something. There's no shortage of good ideas flowing into your mind. There is no shortage. There's an abundance of them. While you're driving, while you're in the shower, while you're eating dinner, while you're talking to somebody, you take mental breaks. Everyone has these ideas. You have them flying on your mind, don't you? But we discard them as fast as they come. Why would we do that? Why wouldn't we keep them there and focus on them? Say, I could do that. I could do that. Why? Because we're ignorant. That's why. If you're observant, you're going to see outer reality shaping itself upon the model of your imagination. Now, this is all our imagination at work. Imagination isn't something just kids play with until they get a little older. Imagination, he'll said, is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known. You have one. It's one of your higher faculties. That was that sacred gift. Now, what I want to suggest you do is really let yourself relax and start to dream. But as you're doing it, also become aware of how your paradigm is going to fight you. Mm-hmm. This is where I am. I know how I got here. This is where I want to go. This is a place. If it's a place, don't let it die. Hold it. If it dies, bring it right back. Understand, it's a frequency.
I hope you enjoyed this video. We put a
Okay. So this is what I wanted to share with you. And now I would like to introduce my very good friend, Erin, from Taiwan, and she now lives in Jakarta with her family. She's a renowned sound and crystal healer, and I would like her to take the screen. So welcome, Erin.
Thank you, Anj, and good evening, everyone. I hope, or good afternoon, maybe, whichever time zone you're at. I'm now in my studio in Jakarta, and it's 8:23 here in Jakarta time. So nice meeting you, everyone. I'm Erin. Like Anj already mentioned, I'm from Taiwan, but now living in Jakarta, Indonesia. Anj and I known each other for, I can't even remember how long, but I believe it's over 30 years. So over these 30 years, oh my God, 3 decades, uh, our life was very interestingly similar in the pattern of learning and growing. And oh my God, I was, watching and enjoying what she said about frequency. I was like, this is amazing. We never discuss or talk about, what we've been doing, but life just bring us together. We are doing basically pretty much the same thing on different aspects. I have my partners of healing. Uh, I have singing bowls, I have other instruments, and I have crystals. But basically, what I do is I call that frequency tuning. So, what sound healing and crystal healing do? We know that already. Everyone, everything in the universe is a vibrational being. So, tuning frequency basically can help us to bring back our well-being peak state, or let's say finding resonance to harmony. And when we have the harmonized frequency within ourselves, we reach and the peak state, and also we activate the self-healing mechanism with ourselves. So we start the self-healing mechanism. One of my friends asked me, why do you want to be a healer? Why do you want to heal people? And my answer to that question is, being a healer is never on my dream list. I admit. When I was little, I never thought it would be a job option for me. But I guess life, brought me to where I am now for a very good reason. And what I believe is, the people who want to heal themselves, the universe arrange us to meet, so I can I can support them with my gift, my partners, my singing bowls, my crystals. And I just support them. I help them to deliver the energy that they need so they can heal themselves. And how did I start this? I was in retail business in Taipei for more than 20 years. I had a business in Taipei. It's home decor and furniture stuff. We import it from Europe and sell them in Taipei. The business, we closed the business in 2018 because both me and my partner feel like we want to shift to another chapter of our life. And luckily, we did well. So the business was ending like very smoothly. So I start knowing healing or energy healing, any forms of healing 10 years ago when my family, two of my family member got severe ill. Uh, my husband here in Jakarta had a severe health issue. And on the same year, my father back in Taiwan, he was suffering from lower back pain and he went to a clinic asking for help from the doctor. And the medical accident just made him paralyzed. Like, and one of the friend here in Jakarta told me she knows a healer and she thinks that I should take my husband to see this healer to visit him. So we did. And on our second visit, the healer just asked, saying uh, he wants to pass and he wants to share his knowledge of healing. And he's been searching for a student. So he asked me if I'm willing to learn from him. I was feeling shocked because I literally knew nothing about healing. And I am not sure if I'm comfortable with, like sending my Reiki to someone. But he convinced me by saying I can use that to help my own family. And for me, that is the biggest motivation at that time, back in 10 years ago. So I was already doing yoga for a while. I was teaching yoga as well. So I feel my body is sensitive enough to feel the energy, to feel the prana or the chi, Reiki, whatever you want to call it. But I'm also aware that people are not always sensitive to chi, to energy. And people sometimes are not comfortable or confident when they don't see the thing or when they don't feel it. Then I started searching around. I want to find something more solid, more scientifically countable. Let's put it this way. Because I was still using my logic brain, to think. I know this is workable, but I also want to work with logic. I want to work with like rationality. And I was lucky I found sound healing. I found my singing bowls. And when I heard the singing bowl for the first time, when I received my first section of sound healing section, I was stunned. I felt I've been doing yoga, I've been doing meditation for years, and I've never reached that meditative level ever until that sound healing session I had. And then I knew from the bottom of my heart, this is it. This is what I want. So I grabbed my very first set of singing bowls. I brought them back to Jakarta and I started my journey like that. I was so fascinated with the power of the sound. And this is so excited. I just want to share. And after a while, people approached me and asked me if I could do one-on-one session with them. That was 8 years ago. I never knew I would be, the healer or a therapist, but that's how I started it. And I guess that's one of the best gifts I received from life. I really believe sometimes disasters are, well, not sometimes, I would say almost all the time, disasters are like angels with disguise. So these traumas of my husband or my dad's health, they became the angels that, motivate me into a different path of my life. And remember how I started it? I want everything to be scientifically proved and aligned. And along these 8 years, so many things happened. And I realized the end of science is spirituality. You cannot avoid, you cannot neglect spiritual if you want to go healing. The end of science is spirituality. Yes. And then I was always fascinated with crystals. So then I found a lovely training course with a German lady located in UK. So during the pandemic, 3 years, I did my intensive crystal training with her. So I found crystals, they work so well with singing bowls. Like they are like, they were made to be a team, for me at least. And then these partners, we started our journey together. I see crystals and singing bowls as my guru. They have teach me so many things. I'm a Gemini. Gemini normally, carries a high level of curiosity. We always want to know everything in a very short time. But we can't stay, with one item for too long. Like we're like butterflies. We want to know everything. We want to fulfill all the curiosity. But I think with healing, I knew that the quality of butterflying around is not ideal. So when I started my journey of sound healing, I made a decision. I want to stay with singing bowls only. I told myself I need to master in one thing. I need that long time dedication of repeating, of practicing. I need to master in something before I expand. So right before yesterday, I just received my very first crystal singing bowls. And let me show you guys. So these are the crystal singing bowls. I just received last night. After 8 years playing the metal, copper hammered alloyed singing bowls, I just acquired the first set because I feel it's about time for me to expand. And by blending in the new elements, it really helped me to serve better. My job is I receive the energy that can support and I deliver them to you. But it's up to you whether you want to. When I ring the bell, say, here's your package, it's up to you whether you want to open your door and receive that gift from me or from the universe. The healing is never done by me. I really think I'm just a media, I'm the delivery girl. But on this interesting journey, I'm grateful. I have the privilege to accompany so many of my clients. I really witness how they transform their life because of how they want to heal themselves. And I'm so happy I can offer my service and my company to walk on this journey with them. I have many clients, and then the people come to me for different discomfort. They have physical body discomfort from cancer, from heart diseases, from hypertension, diabetes, or they had major surgeries. I'm not saying I can remove anything without having the surgery. People normally come to me and I would say, let's work together with the doctor. So they come to me before and after the surgery. Before is like an energy boosting. I make sure they're on the good condition before they have the surgery. And after the surgery, we will have a recovery supporting on energy level, because if there's a surgery, that means there's trauma on your physical body. Yeah. And there were too many amazing stories. I have a client, he's my longest client. He's been my client for 7 years. He first came to me with a heart disease, like a heart issue and irregular heartbeats. He constantly felt the chest pain, and he's European. So he went to see the doctors all over Europe and here in Jakarta or Singapore as well. No doctor could tell him what happened. Everyone said all the readings are normal. You look very healthy, but the irregular heartbeat was there and the chest pain was real, but we couldn't find out why. So he met a psyche, and the psyche told him, you need to find someone healed with vibration. And then he was like, you're joking. I live in Jakarta. Nobody knows anything about vibration. And then he was dating a yogi who happened to be my friend. So when he told his yogi girlfriend about this, about what the psyche said, his yogi girlfriend said, I know someone who works with vibration. So that's how we started it. After 3 months weekly treatment, the chest pain are gone. And I think within 4 months, the irregular heartbeat got really well controlled. But it was a very interesting journey. It took 7 years because our emotions are like layers of onions. So the surface layer was gone, and then another layer was revealed. So we went through so many different issues in life, and also it always came with different level of physical body discomfort.
All right. Fantastic. Great story there. And we are getting close to the time that we want to wind up.
I just noticed that, yes.
So can we finish with some music from, like, some sounds from your bowls, just as to raise our frequencies and our vibrations at the end of this webinar? And
yes, I would love to. Which one would you like? You want the copper one, or you want?
I think the ones that are close to you are the crystal ones, and I would love to hear the crystal ones.
Oh, okay, sure. And this is my studio. This is my playground.
The frequencies that are going to be created by Erin are going to come through your laptops, through wherever you're watching this, and they're going to reach you. They're going to reach you through your ears, and they're going to go into your mind, and they're going to bring you good vibrations, healing. Thank you, Erin.
You're welcome, Ansh. Everyone, if you are on earphone, I think that will have the best sound effect. But if not, it's okay. I'm working on a quantum level of energy, so don't worry. Now, gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale from your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Release the stress.
Thank you, Erin. And thank you, everyone. I want to finish by saying if you have taken even just one small idea from this webinar and it has made a difference to your life, one aha moment, then that is more than enough for me. Like Erin, I'm the delivery girl. I'm simply here to offer what I can, take it or leave it. Hasta la vista, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Erin.